Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your leg. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut. For Khamzat, it's like 85 is really where he should have been all along. Khamzat's a freak, man. Especially at 170.
Dude, but he can't make the weight. He's too unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still kept going. Like that guy never stopped coming. He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Joe Rogan delivers a surprising take on the matchup between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, claiming that du Plessis stands no real chance against Khamzat. On the other hand, Ali Abdelaziz said Khamzat Chimaev is fully focused and training in Russia, calling him one of the UFC's biggest stars. He explained that after COVID-19, Chimaev went through a serious struggle, even throwing up blood, but now looks ready. Abdelaziz believes a healthy and focused Chimaev is nearly unbeatable and has the talent to defeat anyone, including Dricus du Plessis, even in the later rounds, just like he did to Robert Whittaker.
Du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. How do you feel about this fight?
Everybody know I used to work with Khamzat. I love the guy. After COVID, it really messed him up. One of the craziest things I ever seen. Throwing up like blood. As far as I know now, he's in Russia, he's in camp, he's focused, he's a superstar. He's one of the biggest stars in the UFC. When you have this kind of pressure, sometimes people doesn't know how to handle it. It's hard to bet against focused Khamzat, healthy Khamzat. I think he can beat anyone on any given day. As talent, as technique, it's Khamzat. If you go to the third and fourth and fifth round, how this fight gonna go? I believe Khamzat can go there. Did to him what he did to Robert Whittaker. 100%, I believe this.
Moreover, Stephen Thompson said Khamzat Chimaev will have a hard time against Dricus du Plessis, calling du Plessis awkward, strong, and tough to handle. He noted that if du Plessis can survive the early rounds, especially in a 5-round fight, he favors him to win. Thompson mentioned Chimaev's past issues with cardio and said that while Chimaev has improved, he's leaning toward du Plessis in what he sees as a very tough fight.
I think it's a tough one for Khamzat Chimaev. Du Plessis, his awkwardness makes him very difficult to deal with. He's got great grappling. He's a very strong opponent. If he can weather the storm in a 5-and-a-round fight, I'm leaning towards du Plessis. We saw what Gilbert Burns did, but obviously Khamzat Chimaev, he's made some changes. You know, he's evolving. He's getting better. He's strong. Oh man, I would love to see du Plessis win it. I'm leaning towards du Plessis because I think it's a very tough fight. Very tough fight. Khamzat's notorious for fatiguing later on in the rounds, and if it's a 5-round fight, du Plessis it is.
However, Joe Rogan recently said Khamzat Chimaev is the best wrestler in the UFC because he can shoot from around 15 feet away and still catch his opponent's leg. He added that Khamzat's cardio should improve at 185 pounds since he no longer has to deal with the brutal weight cut at 170, and he believes middleweight is the division where Khamzat truly belongs.
Khamzat just shoots from like 15 feet away and gets a hold of your leg. And you got to think his endurance is probably going to be better at 85 than it was at 70 because of the cut. For Khamzat, it's like 85 is really where he should have been all along.
Furthermore, Joe Rogan also said that Dricus du Plessis is a strong and durable fighter with solid wrestling, good jiu-jitsu, and heavy hands. However, he questioned whether du Plessis can keep up with Khamzat Chimaev in the wrestling department, pointing out that Khamzat's skill level is so high it makes him doubt if anyone can truly match him in that area.
He can wrestle, he's got very good jiu-jitsu, he hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that guy. Like, I don't know, man. The Khamzat's skill is so high level, it makes me wonder.
Daniel Cormier praised Dricus du Plessis for proving doubters wrong, calling him big, strong, and more skilled than many expected. He said, while Khamzat Chimaev may have the advantage early in a fast-paced fight, du Plessis is built to go the full 25 minutes, and Chimaev still needs to show he can do the same.
The DDP, man, he is something else, bro. For so long we thought he just was bad. He's not. He's really good. He's like really, really good. He's so big, he's so strong, and he's good. Now Khamzat, in a sprint, can't stay with him. DDP can't stay with him. But I think if the fight goes long, it starts to get interesting. Because I think Dricus is there for 25 minutes. Khamzat needs to be there for 25 minutes also.
Cormier also said du Plessis will likely be surprised by the betting odds, expecting Chimaev to open as the favorite around -180 due to his dominant image. He compared it to how Ilia Topuria was favored over Charles Oliveira, noting that public perception often drives odds. However, he added that he's finished doubting du Plessis after seeing his performances.
So I think, and DDP is going to be like, what the hell, dude? I think when the line comes out, and I'm pretty sure it's out already, you guys can check it, Khamzat will probably be a favorite. And I think it's because of what you see. It's why Ilia Topuria right now is a 4-1 favorite over Charles Oliveira.
Wow.
Because all you've seen is him just destroy people. So I think
yeah, -180.
Khamzat is -180. And I think just when you look at it, that's probably
It's pretty big
about
too.
right. But I don't know, man. I'm done doubting Dricus du Plessis. It's time to now stop doubting him because he's just that good. I think DDP is one of those guys.
Finally, Joe Rogan called Khamzat Chimaev a freak of nature, especially at 170 pounds, saying he's nearly unstoppable in that weight class. However, he pointed out that Khamzat has trouble making weight and needs to stay more disciplined. Rogan highlighted how even when Gilbert Burns landed big shots and knocked him down several times, Khamzat kept pressing forward and never backed off.
Khamzat's a freak, man.
How about-
Especially at 170.
Dude, but he can't make the weight. He's
Yeah,
too
he could.
unreliable.
He just needs to be a little bit more disciplined. Bro, 170, he's almost unstoppable. Even when Gilbert caught him on the noggin multiple times and dropped him, remember?
Yep.
Still kept going like that guy never stopped coming.
Mateusz Gamrot shared his thoughts on the matchup between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, calling it an interesting fight. He praised Chimaev as a very high-level wrestler with great strength and mentioned that he likes du Plessis and has met him a few times. However, Gamrot admitted it's hard to predict the outcome, but said he doesn't believe du Plessis will be able to stop Chimaev's wrestling. In the end, he leaned toward Chimaev winning the fight.
Oh, this is interesting matchup. Chimaev is really high-level wrestler and he is strong. I like Dricus. He meet a couple times. It's hard to prediction, but I don't think so that Dricus will stop wrestling Chimaev, and I think maybe Chimaev will beat this guy.
Moreover, TJ Dillashaw spoke about how Khamzat Chimaev should prepare to beat Dricus du Plessis, saying the key is cardio. He explained that if Chimaev doesn't finish du Plessis early, he might not have the gas tank to win. Dillashaw said Chimaev is strong, has better grappling, and solid technical striking, but emphasized that proper conditioning is crucial. He added that if Chimaev trains his cardio the right way, he would bet on him to win. Otherwise, he believes du Plessis could drag him into the later rounds and wear him out.
How are you going to train Khamzat Chimaev to beat DDP?
Cardio. I just don't think he has the gas tank. If he doesn't finish DDP, to win the fight. Because he's good. He's strong. His grappling's better. He's got good technical striking. I would put a lot more money on Chimaev if he trains the right way for his cardio. If he doesn't train his cardio the right way, I think it's going to be hard for him to put DDP away, and DDP's going to get him in the later rounds and pass him out. DDP ain't going to get tired.
Caio Borralho shared his thoughts on the fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, saying it's tough to bet against du Plessis right now because every time he does, du Plessis proves him wrong. However, he also said it's just as hard to bet against Chimaev. Borralho mentioned the fight could end quickly, like the Whittaker fight, but if it goes into the second or third round, he sees some advantages for du Plessis.
Are you going to be riding with the DDP for this one, or you think Khamzat is going to walk away the champion?
Actually, right now, it's hard to bet against DDP. I always bet against him, and he always shoot my mouth. But it's hard to bet against Khamzat. I think this fight can be really, really fast as the Whittaker fight. But I can see this fight going into the second, the third round, and then I see some advantage for Dricus. You know what I mean?
Jason Mayhem Miller said Dricus du Plessis has a difficult task ahead, facing an unpredictable opponent like Khamzat Chimaev. He noted Chimaev's mix of sharp striking and elite grappling makes him tough to prepare for, and questioned whether du Plessis can defend takedowns, strike effectively while moving forward, and manage the pressure. He believes the fight could come down to who has better cardio.
Khamzat, this kind of thing is, all right, so now do you counter wrestle? Do you find your striking exchanges working when you push the guy backwards, and can you do that without overshooting and getting taken down? Do you want to get taken down and make a scramble and this? No, probably not. Du Plessis has work cut out for him. Like, he has to kind of figure this enigma out of a dude who can kickbox pretty good with this European style kickboxing and also really high level grappling. I don't know. I think it'll come down to who's in the best shape, who's the best conditioned. That's really the end of that. Happy birthday, August 16th. We're going to see that one.
Mayhem slightly favored Khamzat Chimaev, pointing out his lifelong wrestling background gives him a calm, energy-efficient style in grappling exchanges. He said while Du Plessis is strong, his size is more muscle-based than natural, which could hurt him in a long, grinding fight. He concluded that Chimaev likely has the edge.
Yeah, Chimaev, you know, because he has like this special ingrained, and I say this because you start the kids young and they just get a little extra something, you know, there's a little bit of extra feel. There's another 10,000 hours put on top of their athleticism because they've been doing this for so long, grappling especially. And Du Plessis is an excellent grappler, but what it comes down to is being able to relax during those grappling exchanges and not use that much energy. His body is big, but he's like a bigger human being, not necessarily just a big muscle-bound guy like Du Plessis. He's like Du Plessis has the frame of a lighter man, but has put on muscle to compete at the higher weight class. Chimaev might have an edge, might be an upset there.
Jamahal Hill said he's leaning toward Dricus Du Plessis in the matchup, explaining that Du Plessis has proved him wrong in the past. He praised Du Plessis' strong cardio, physical power, and unpredictable striking, which he believes could give Chimaev trouble. Hill also noted that Chimaev has shown signs of tiring in later rounds. Still, he warned not to count Chimaev out, pointing to his natural grappling ability as a serious threat.
I probably favor DDP in that one, just for the simple fact of I've doubted this dude so many times now, and he's shut me up bad every time. It may look like he's like fatiguing or he's like slowing down, but he's really not. I think he's got the better cardio. His physical strength, I believe, can pose a problem for anybody in that division. We've seen Khamzat fade over the course of rounds before. I just believe Dricus has a really, really awkward way of throwing strikes that's not easy to time, get a read on. So I believe he will land. So I probably lean more towards DDP, but you can't count a guy like Khamzat out. I believe he's one of the best natural pure grapplers. He does have the ability to throw some hands too. So it's interesting.
Robert Whitaker said Khamzat Chimaev's takedowns are strong and hard to stop, but he sees Dricus Du Plessis as a tough, resilient fighter who's not easy to put away. He believes if anyone can withstand Chimaev's early pressure, it's Du Plessis, and that his toughness could turn the fight in his favor and give him a real chance to win.
Khamzat and DDP, the next fight. Who do you think's going to walk away as the champion?
I can't see anyone really stopping Chimaev's takedowns. Like, his takedowns are so hard to stop. It's super high level. Can DDP drag it into those later rounds? Can it get through the first grappling exchanges and then start to capitalize on his just like persistence, like doggedness to go away? Honestly, if Chimaev can't get DDP out of there, DDP wins. DDP wins almost every fight. You can't get rid of him, right? Because he's like mold, dude.
Luke Rockhold suggested that a fight between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis would depend on whether Du Plessis could handle the early pressure. He described Chimaev as a fast starter who dominates with aggressive grappling, but said Du Plessis has the toughness and late-round endurance to turn the fight around if it goes the distance.
It's not always about the most technical guy, you know, it's the guy who wants it more. And
how do you think he fares against Khamzat?
I think Khamzat is a go for broke kind of guy. Khamzat, if he can't out-wrestle you, he can't control you in that fierce state of direction of what he does, you know, I think he'll break. Khamzat will get him if he'll get him, but if he can't get him, it's going to be a hard third, fourth, and fifth round.
Right.
I think that's going to be all Dricus.
So if it goes into the championship rounds, you like the champ?
Yeah, 100%.
Alexander Gustafsson praised Khamzat Chimaev's top-level wrestling and grappling, saying those tools give him a clear advantage. He admitted Dricus Du Plessis might have a size edge, but believes Chimaev's power can match it. Gustafsson pointed to the gap in grappling skill as a key difference that could decide the outcome.
You're like 2-3 weight classes above him. How strong is he? Because I've seen like he's a good training partner for you.
Yeah, no, he's very natural, strong, you know, and he has very strong genes, and
And he just comes with raw power, you know. All his power just comes from nature, you know.
Just natural.
Right? Natural, yeah. So guys, to get the full All-Stars experience.
Azamat Bekoev said many fans still underestimate Dricus du Plessis, even though he's the champion. He recognized Khamzat Chimaev's skill and ability to beat top-level fighters, but called the matchup very close. Bekoev gave Chimaev a slight edge, saying it's a tough fight to predict.
Everybody underestimates the champion, Dricus du Plessis, but I think it's going to be not easy fight for Khamzat Chimaev. But Khamzat Chimaev also strong. He destroyed a lot of fighters, and but I still think it's going to be close fight, and who knows who's gonna win? Maybe 55%. So it's Chimaev, like that.
Tim Welch praised Chimaev's improved composure, especially against elite opponents, and expressed interest in seeing him face Sean Strickland due to Strickland's strong defense. Welch also highlighted du Plessis' ability to throw opponents off mentally, saying that if he gets inside Chimaev's head, the fight could turn emotional and unpredictable.
I would love to see Khamzat versus Strickland too. Khamzat said in training, I submitted him multiple times. In a fight, it's a little different. And Strickland, you've seen Strickland get dumped before. He is an expert at getting up. He's really good wrestling, really good jiu-jitsu. But just like you said, can you survive the first 3 minutes with that dude? Gnarly.
That's fire.
I miss the crazy Khamzat, but now that he's getting into these top 5 elite guys, I mean, it's probably better that he's not crazy Khamzat.
Dude, I mean, that looked like crazy Khamzat to me.
All week being respectful to press conferences, respectful of everything.
Yeah.
It was a lot different than he used to be.
DDP has a way of poking at opponents too, though, so you might be able to pull that crazy Khamzat back out of him.
I'd love to see DDP beat him.
Ilya Topuria shared his respect for both Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus du Plessis, mentioning their friendship, mutual respect, and strong fighting styles. He emphasized that Chimaev deserves a title shot, praised his aggressive finishing style, and said he's genuinely excited to watch the fight as a fan.
He's the man. He's a savage. He calls him his shots. He finishes his opponents. When he goes inside the octagon, you know that guy goes for the finish. He's not looking for the decision. That's why I respect Khamzat. He's a beast. So he deserves to fight for the title as soon as possible. We're gonna have an amazing fight because I love Dricus du Plessis. He's a great human being. I have a great relationship with him. I have a great relationship with Khamzat also. But as a fan of mixed martial arts, it's going to be a very exciting fight. I hope the best man wins, and I wish best of the luck to both of them.
Michael Bisping said Khamzat Chimaev's best path to victory is an early finish, but warned that Dricus du Plessis is in peak form, constantly improving and riding high after big wins over Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya.
And I'm telling you, he's going to try and finish Dricus du Plessis straight away, and that's his best bet. Now, Dricus du Plessis, this man's on fire, right? He's 23-2 overall. He's on an 11-fight win streak. He's got 10 wins in the UFC, and of course, this will be his 3rd title defense. He beat Sean Strickland by unanimous decision. He choked out Israel Adesanya in the 4th round, and he took the belt, as we know, in a close split decision victory over Sean Strickland way back at UFC 297. But they always say when you become the champion, you get 30% better. This man is improving all the time. He's got tremendous grappling of his own.
He also pointed out that du Plessis' grappling is underrated and could surprise Chimaev if he's expecting an easy submission. Bisping emphasized du Plessis' strength, evolving skill set, and consistent progress as key reasons why he's a serious threat.
If Khamzat Chimaev thinks that he's going to go out there and just take down Dricus du Plessis and just choke him out, right, like he's some schmuck, like he doesn't know what he's doing, like he's not someone that choked out an entire black belt jiu-jitsu team one after the other, then I think Khamzat Chimaev will be in for a rude awakening. Now, of course, since Khamzat Chimaev moved up to 185 pounds, he's looked phenomenal, okay? The way that he destroyed Robert Whittaker, that was so impressive.
Bo Nickel emphasized the importance of elite grappling in modern MMA, using Khamzat Chimaev as a key example of how strong wrestling can control high-level fights. He also mentioned fighters like Islam Makhachev and Merab Dvalishvili to show how dominant grapplers are shaping the sport.
I would, just based on the styles,
I just think that the grappling style, I might be biased. I'm definitely biased, but I think the grappling style is so hard to beat, and it's so hard to defend against. And I guess if you look at it from a analytical point of view, you have so many. It's really become the dominant force in the sport. You got Marab, you got Islam, you got Bilal, you got Khamzat. You even have you can even look at Topuria. Obviously, people know he's more of a boxing style, and he does a lot more striking. But his background is wrestling. He did that before anything else, and so it's really wrestlers that are dominating, grapplers that are dominating the sport right now. And so I think that I would give the edge to Khamzat.
Nickel added that experience in deep waters could play a role, pointing out that Dricus du Plessis has proven he can handle the championship rounds if the fight goes the distance.
But we still have yet to see Khamzat ever fight a fourth and a fifth round. We've seen that from DDP, and so that's where he would have the advantage. If it goes deep, fourth and fifth round, I think that DDP might be able to pull it out. But all in all, I think the grappling style is definitely an overwhelming style to try to deal with.
That's it for today's video. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about their upcoming fight? We would love to hear your thoughts on their upcoming clash. So share your thoughts in the comment section, and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also check out our other videos on the screen right now.